Welcome everyone, it's your boy Zero, and we're back once again with another unboxing mini. Just your boy this time, Nanners couldn't make it. Now, I'm a huge PlayStation fan. I've been a huge PlayStation fan ever since the PlayStation 1. I pretty much have all the systems except for the PS5, but it's tough to get one anyway. And it's tough being a gaming fan in general, mainly because controllers can be a huge hassle, especially when we talk about retro games. Now, anybody who's played video games, anybody who's been collecting games will know controllers break down over time. The buttons don't work as well, the D-pad becomes mushy, the analog stick starts to drift, especially our Nintendo Switch fans. You guys know you've been dealing with that a lot. So finding replacements for these controllers can be a huge hassle. One route you can go is buying secondhand controllers. You can go on eBay, you can even go on Amazon, or just go to a garage sale and find yourself a replacement controller that way. But those are always a toss-up. They can either be dirty, they can be damaged, or just not work whatsoever. Another route you can go is buying a third-party controller. These are controllers that look very similar to the originals, however, they probably don't feel as good, they probably break a lot easier. So it's been very frustrating being a retro gamer these days. However, there are companies out there that are making quality accessories for retro consoles and even new age consoles. One such company is called Retro Fighters, and they're quickly becoming my favorite accessory company for video games. Back in our 2019 holiday special, we showed off the N64 and the Retro Fighters Brawler 64 controller. Now, as you can see here, I got mine in a transparent orange. I couldn't help it, I freaking love it. And as you can see here, all the buttons are present, but in a nice modern form factor. This is the most comfortable N64 controller I've used to date. More recently, last month in our Summer Fighting Game special, we actually used another Retro Fighters controller called the Brawler Gen. Now this is again, modern form factor controller for the Sega Genesis and also Sega Saturn. It was a very comfortable controller to use. It was our preferred controller for the Sega Saturn. And unfortunately, we did not show it off on camera, but rest assured, we have it, it's amazing, and we definitely recommend it. And just today, I got in the mail a brand new controller from Retro Fighters. This time, we're gonna be showing off the PlayStation Defender. Now, this is a PlayStation-style controller that is usable on the PS1, the PS2, the PS3, the PlayStation Classic, the PC, and also the Nintendo Switch. This is amazing. It's a wireless controller with adapters for all the systems I mentioned above. This could be the replacement for older PS1, PS2, and also PS3 consoles. PS3 controllers are very difficult to come by these days. Same thing for PS1 and PS2. I'm super excited to bring this to you guys. I'm super excited to see what's inside the box. So I'm gonna shut up and we're gonna start unboxing. All right, everyone, we're in unboxing mode. Let's get into this sucker. Now, I mentioned in the intro that I was waiting for this controller for about a year or so. And that's because Retro Fighter actually likes to start these controllers as Kickstarter campaigns. I've been following them for a while, and the second I saw that they were gonna make a brand new third-party quality controller that was also going to be wireless, I said, wait a minute, I need to get in on this. One of the first things they said was that it was going to be usable for the PS3, I believe. And I said to myself, all right, I already need it because PS3 controllers are becoming difficult to find. They were later able to add PS1 and PS2 connectivity, and then also PlayStation Classic, PC, and also the Nintendo Switch. It doesn't say it in the front, but if you flip over the back, you can see right over here at the bottom, it tells you which systems it's usable on, compatible with PS1, 2, 3, PS Classic. Like I said before, all of it is here. It's a 2.4 gigahertz wireless controller, pressure sensitive buttons, that's necessary for PS2 games. Turbo functionality, if you guys like to use it, it's in there. Comfortable and responsive, analog sticks, we're gonna see about that, hopefully they are. Vibration feedback, thank God, because I like that. A wireless range of over 30 feet. Again, very usable. However, I highly doubt anybody's gonna need more than 30 feet. LED indicator, definitely necessary. USB dongle, and also dongles for the USB dongle, and then of course dongles for the PS1 and the PS2. And it brings its own charging cable. That's very awesome. Okay, on this side, we just have another view of the controller, wireless gamepad, Defender, PlayStation. The back we already saw. Here we have the awesome Retro Fighters logo. You see it right here. I'll probably put up a better picture of that on the screen actually. And that's about it. The bottom just has the barcode and stuff. Now this came today. For me, today is actually July 27th. I was expecting this on July 30th. You guys are seeing this a lot later because of scheduling and stuff. However, I'm very excited to see this controller. So let's go ahead and tear open this controller. Thankfully, there's no tape on the sides, so I'm just gonna go ahead and... There we go, finally. I have not opened this thing at all. I wanted to save my reactions for you guys. Jeez, all right. All right, a box within a box. That's very Sony-like. So here we have the regular box over here. Gonna go ahead and toss this aside. All right, now we just have this smaller white box. Do I have... Yes, okay, so I have that there. I have that there. Where do I... Oh. Okay, so I just opened it from the side too? Ooh. Oh, man. Oh, I'm excited. These are the dongles. Here we go. Okay, I think that's it. We don't need this anymore. Let's go ahead and look at all the other cool stuff first before we get to the controller. All right, here we have Retro Fighters. This is probably the instruction manual. There we go. All right, so it tells you what every button does. Let's see if there's anything. Okay, there's X input to DIN input. That's awesome. How to pair. Looks like we got to pair it. Set up for the PS Classic. Okay. And analog setup for PS1 and PS2. All right, so we're gonna go over that before we obviously do a play test, because I'm gonna need to do a play test obviously to make sure this controller works. Over here we have a little insert. Please charge for a minimum of 2 hours before using for the first time. I'm gonna work around that, no worries. I wish I had known that before. I would have pre-opened it and had it ready. But okay. But as you can see over here, these controllers actually come in multiple colors. Now I myself ordered the classic controller design. I'm a huge fan of the classic controllers. As you can see here, when it was available for the PS4, I got myself the classic style PS4 controller. This is what I use for most of my gaming when I play on PS4 and even PC. And I even, over here, you guys have seen this before if you've seen our channel, here we have the PS1 controller design. Look at that awesome gray, the D-pad, love it. The buttons over here, very nostalgic, I love it. And to keep with that tradition, I wanted to make sure I got the same color palette that the retro controllers for the PS1 and also for like the PS4 had. In the PS2 era, they came out, even in the PS1 era too, they came out with DualShock 1s and 2s that had different colors. So Retro Fighters decided to oblige that as well. Here we have a transparent green, a transparent blue, and even a full black controller for those who are into the dark colors. Let's put those inserts aside. In this white box, I believe, are the dongles. So let's go ahead and unbox that as well, see what's in there. Oh man, this is awesome. Okay, so I could already see it. Oh, there we go, the connection for the PS1 and 2. Oh, this is awesome. So I actually have Mad Catz wireless controllers that work with both the PS1 and the PS2. There are also 2.4 gigahertz controllers. To my understanding, yeah. So there's no button on this. So to my understanding, I likely have to hold the button in order to be able to use this controller, to be able to sync it with the dongle. So I gotta jam this into a console, wait for the light to start flickering, and then I can start pressing a button on the controller in order to sync it. That's what I'm assuming I have to do with this. And also, Here we have the USB dongle, I believe. Very nice, also with the gray. Yep, there we go, it's a USB. So over here we have our indicator, the Retro Fighters logo again. I like that they gave us a cover for this because USBs can get dirty inside. These connectors are very vulnerable to that. So yeah, same deal with these two. Connect it to the appropriate console and sync it up, and hopefully we get a nice, fast, and awesome connection. Of course, all USB-C, thank God. All right, I was actually worried that the charging connection for the Defender was going to be a micro USB. It's not, it's a USB-C, which also means I can interchange the charging cable with other stuff. This is awesome. And now we're out of all the extras, and now we just have the controller. It's wrapped up in the nice plastic thing. Let's go ahead and pull it out. Oh, this looks nicer than I actually thought. Oh my God, what? All right, it has some good weight to it. It's not too light, it's not too heavy. Oh, okay, this must be the syncing button. So I would have to press this and wait for this light to turn solid on the appropriate console that I'm using it on. That's what I'm thinking that is. Here we have the charging port, that's awesome. Right over here, sorry about that. I don't know what these two buttons do. This has a fist icon on it. I don't know why. Let me see if I can focus in on that. There we go. So that is a fist icon, and I don't know why it has that. I'm gonna have to read up the manual. We have this box icon. I believe that's for use on the Nintendo Switch because this is usable on it. All right, we have the L1, L2, and the R1, the R2 and the L2 buttons. These are triggers, bumpers, very nice. I like that. Oh, okay. So the analog sticks are not super tight, but they're not super loose. They feel nice and springy. I like that. They click in very nice. I did not expect this of the buttons because I'm used to buttons having their symbols or letters and stuff being printed on top of it. This is a plastic acrylic with the icons actually printed deeper inside, probably on the back of the acrylic. As you can see here, it has like this weird in-depth 3D effect. And this is also very smart because I've used countless controllers, both third party and even first party, that have their icons smudged out. Over time, as you press the buttons and stuff like that, the icons and the letters and the numbers and whatnot will get smudged out. This is a good way of preventing it. I also like their take on the triangle, circle, X, and square buttons. They have this cool triangular, like multiple triangle designs and stuff. The same thing with the circle and the X. Like, it's a good way of going around the whole Sony copyright thing that they have with the symbols. Again, same colors, very nostalgic. I love it. The turbo and the clear buttons are right there. Select and start. God, I missed those buttons. Nowadays, we don't have those. We have our home button right here. I dare not press it because I'm supposed to charge it for 2 hours, apparently. So we're gonna see that. Again, it has the symbol printed inside the button through the see-through acrylic, just like we have over here. The buttons themselves, they're nice and clicky. In all honesty, they don't feel bad. You could probably hear the clickiness, and that's actually a good thing. I prefer that. Same thing with the analog sticks. They're clicky. They go right back to center. Very springy. I like that. And the D-pad. Now, I'm a bigger fan of the PlayStation D-pads, especially the old PS1 through PS3 D-pads as you see here. I much prefer these. They just feel right to me. I was never a big fan of the just regular plus D-pad design. Now, Retro Fighters does this cool thing where there's like this sort of concave design to it. I don't know if you can see it, but on the edges of the D-pad, if you look over here, you can see how it kind of just goes down right there a little bit. And that gives you like a cool space in the middle for you to just rest your thumb. That I do like. It does feel nice and smooth, and as you rock your thumb around the D-pad, it feels natural. So this might actually become my next favorite design for the D-pad, having like a sort of concave design in the middle, while it kind of comes out towards the sides. I do, because I'm trying to do a dragon punch motion, forward down and then forward down together. It does feel a little bit weird. I don't get that tactile feel that I usually do with the PS1 controller, the PS3 controller, and even the PS4 controller. They kind of just sink in and stay flush as they get pressed in. That's probably just a nitpick, and it probably works just fine. But we won't know until I test it. Let me double check the bumpers up here, the triggers. The triggers feel a little bit odd, but in all honesty, as you're playing, you probably won't notice much. Again, they're springy. The bumpers are also pretty good. Again, this is a really nice feeling controller. I can't say that I hate it. So I guess next best thing to do is to just charge this for 2 hours, try it out, come back and give my final thoughts. So we're gonna cut to that right now. All right, everyone, we're on my PS2 and we're gonna go ahead and test out the Retro Fighters Defender controller. I'm super excited. I went ahead and connected everything. This controller's nice and charged. Again, it feels nice in my hands. So the sync button for the receiver is right here on the back, and this button, the home button, turns it on apparently. So I'm gonna put my finger back here. I'm gonna put my thumb up here. Everything's all connected, so if I do things correctly, all I gotta do is press this, press the back, and okay. Yeah, it's synced up. All right, everything's good to go. Look at that. Oh, D-pad works, analog stick works. Everything seems to be working just fine. Yep, I can see all my save data here as well. So it's safe to say that it works on the PS2, but let's go ahead and try a PS1 game. So let's go ahead and start this sucker. All right, and the game I chose, the PS1 game I chose to play on my PS2 to test the Defender is none other than Digimon World 1. I figured, you know what, why not put this game in and see if everything seems to work just fine on the controller. So, as much as I would love to record the intro cutscene, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it. Alrighty, press the start button. Everything seems to be working. Let's go ahead and continue my old game. Yeah, there we go. All right, analog stick seems to be working as well. D-pad 2. All right, all the buttons seem to be just fine. Oh, I love it. All right, let's exit out of here. Let's walk around. Let's try getting into a battle real quick. Oh, this brings back a lot of memories. Jesus Christ, I don't remember the game looking like this, though. It could sure use that PS3 softening technology. All right, there's Koromon. Follow me, Santarumon. Let's go ahead and see if I can get into a fight. See how well you're doing, buddy. Yeah, there's a Betamon. Let's go over here. Your territory? Nah, this is my territory, boy. Alright. Attack this sucker. Let's go. Come on, do it. End his existence. Oh, come on. Come on, man. I'm ordering you to attack. There we go. All right. Looks like my Centarumon still has it, huh? Boy, I have a lot of nostalgia for this game. Never really owned it back when I was a kid, but I sure rented it quite a bit. Oh, cool. Mushroom. Yeah, that's what we do in this game. We fight Digimon and pick up a whole bunch of stuff off the floor. Oh, this guy seems to be tired. But that's all good because we're done testing. This thing, it seems to be working just fine. Also, I read somewhere online that while using this controller, the right analog stick is used in place of the 4 face buttons here. So that's actually pretty cool. So if I move it down, that should select it. Yeah, that's what I like seeing. See, this is awesome. I like seeing this sort of stuff. So let's move on to a PS2 game. All right, and for the PS2 game, I decided to play Wipeout Fusion to test out the Retro Fighters Defender. So let's go ahead and start this up. I'm a huge fan of the Wipeout series, so I'm really curious to see how this thing works. All right, let's go into the arcade and make sure this thing works the way it's supposed to. Oh boy. All right, race is gonna start. All right, analog stick seems to work just fine. And the rumble works as well, perfect. Those are the two main things I needed to make sure worked on this controller. Because again, I've used Mad Cat's wireless controllers before. They were okay, but this one just feels so much more premium and well built. The analog stick is nice and springy. Gotta find a good time to boost. Okay, I don't like that sound. Yeah, there we go. Final lap. Let's do this. Ooh. I've been pressing the wrong button to use the weapons. Come on, give me something. Give me something. A missile? That's what I like to see. Sucker! First place! That's what I like to see. All right. So we're done testing this on the PS2. We'll switch over to the PS3 and see how well this thing works. Okay, we're back, but this time on the PS Triple. Notice my amazing backdrop and everything that I designed back in the day for Jak and Daxter. But yes, so we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. I put in the USB dongle into my PS Triple, so let's go ahead and do that and press the sync button in the back once again. Awesome! Look at that! Works just fine. Oh my god, I love it. Look at that. All right, now I have a bunch of games on my PS3, so first we're gonna test an actual PS3 game. One game that I've been playing lately is, of course, 3D Dot Game Hero, so let's go ahead and boot that up. All right, so we're in the game, and everything seems to be working just fine. Look at that. Big sword and all. There we go. Each sword, you stupid enemy. All right. Triggers seem to be working just fine. X button works, circle button works. You love to see it. Get stabbed. Let's see if I can get some of these bees. There we go. There's a bee. Got you. There we go. You ain't stinging me today. Oh, you got a crown? Hold on, let me peep that crown. There we go. All right, come on. Let's use this thing. All right. All right, this thing seems to be working just fine. I mean, everything seems just perfect, in all honesty. I'm done testing on the PS3. Let's quickly hop on the PS Classic and see how the controller works there. All right, everyone. We're on the PS Classic. As you can see here, I have Project Iris on it by Mod My Classic. They are amazing. If you have a PlayStation Classic, I recommend this hack. It's amazing. I already went ahead and synced it. It's a very simple process. I literally just stuck the USB dongle in player one, hit the home button, and it was just done. It was just really that easy. So let's go ahead and go into RetroArch and load up a game. Alrighty, I have a bunch of games on my PlayStation Classic. However, I did want to test something very important. Earlier, I did mention the D-pad. I want to make sure this D-pad works the way I need it to, especially for fighting games. So let's go ahead, search through my list real quick. Yes, I think I know which fighting game I want to try out. Let's play Capcom vs. SNK Pro. All right, Capcom vs. SNK Pro came before Capcom vs. SNK 2, obviously. The PS1 version is quite nice, and I think it's also underrated. I quite enjoyed my time with this game. Ooh, and this intro is just ridiculous. As much as I would love to record intros and stuff for this unboxing video, I kind of have to skip it.
Capcom versus SNK.
Oh god, the announcer's awesome. All right, let's go ahead. All right, let's go ahead and let's try out the arcade mode. All right. All right, so this is where they started out with the whole groove thing. Basically, they're just asking, do you want this game to work like a Capcom fight or an SNK one? I prefer Capcom, so let's choose that. Gotta get my boy Ken over here. Oh yeah, and here we can choose basically how much power and health they have, so I'm just gonna end up with 2 characters. Let's go with Ken. Let's see if I can choose someone else. Yeah, there we go. Boy Joe. And let's stick with Yuri. She's cool. Turbo speed, always. Wow, the SNK artwork is amazing. Alright. Everything seems to be working just fine. Dragon punches work just like I need them to. Very nice. There we go. Funny enough, Vega is actually one of Nanners' favorite fighting game characters when it comes to Capcom fighters. So this is actually pretty perfect. Oh god. One thing that needs to be noted. Yeah, so in this game, they went the SNK route where there's only a light punch and a light kick. So the circle button is not, there's no medium kick, no medium punch. Just the hard and the lights. I guess that works, especially because they're mainly focusing on like SNK characters here too. Ooh! Stop jumping around, Vega. Alright, get over here. Oh! He dodged. Oh! Nanners, you're gonna be happy about this. Alright, Joe, come on, help me avenge him. Let's avenge him. Oh, there we go. Kick right to the chest. Right to the solar plexus. Oh my god, why did she do that? Ugh! Okay. Oh my god. Come on, let's do the tornado punch. There we go. Yeah, get past 2 of them. And he doesn't have Shiroshi kick. And he doesn't have his axe kick either. Ah, there we go, the KO I wanted. Alright, so, I gotta be honest, this is pretty much it. I needed to test the D-pad out to make sure it worked just fine. And in all honesty, it's working perfectly. I can't ask for more. The buttons are clicky, the D-pad does the dragon punch motions exactly how I need them to. So yeah, I think I'm all done with my tests. Let's get back to the review. Alright, and we're done testing the controller, and in all honesty, guys, I gotta say, this thing is worth it. It was worth the wait, it's worth the price, and in all honesty, I recommend this to anyone who plays old school PS1, 2, 3, and heck, I even recommend it for PC and Switch. I didn't bother doing a test for the Switch and the PC. I don't plan on using it for the Switch anyway. I might, as a replacement controller. I already have another controller for that. It's the Crash Bandicoot wired controller. If you guys want to see that, it's going to be linked right up there, as a matter of fact. But hey, if for some reason I ever want to use something else, something wireless, this is a perfect replacement for that. This is perfect for anybody who's looking for something that's just gonna plug and play. It really is that easy. You press the button in the front, button in the back, and you're good to go. Retro Fighters really hit it out of the park with this thing. I do want to mention one thing though. This controller does not have 6-axis motion sensing, meaning that if you're using this for the PS3 and you're going to be using this for any game that relies heavily on the motion sensing from a regular DualShock 3, you're not going to get it with this version of the Retro Fighters Defender. They are, however, working on a Bluetooth version of this specifically for the PS3 that will have motion sensing on it. So if you are thinking about buying this specifically for the PS3, I recommend waiting for that one first. If you just can't wait and you want to have this controller in your library and just have it ready for any console that it's usable for, I say go for it. I love this controller. I definitely recommend it. and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to slap the like button. Please make sure to mash that subscribe button. Let us know down in the comments below. Do you like retro fighters? Have you used their controllers before? Are you looking for new controllers for your retro systems? Let us know. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone. I'll catch you next time. Take care.